To say that life isn't easy is a gross understatement. It would be better to say that life is very, very hard. As our trainer Mr. Brad Thomas once said, life happens, and when it does, you find yourself lost and afraid, not knowing where to go, nor even how to begin. I, for one, am no stranger to tragedy. In the years between 2010 to 2016, I lost my family, losing each one through either disease or accident. In 2019, in a year wherein I had to struggle to bring myself back together, my ancestral home, which was willed to me by my grandparents, burned down, leaving me devastated and without any sense of direction. By the end of February, I received a phone call from the HR of Buwelo, telling me that I had been selected as one of many applicants to the company. I was overjoyed at the thought of being employed again, but at the same time, I was more than a little hesitant after a few horrible experiences I had with toxic coworkers in the past. It was during the second interview with none other than Miss Donna of Buwelo's admin that I was convinced to finally take my chances with applying and training to become an employee again. And I quote her words, "Look, buddy, if you want a job so you can help your family, you're going to have to come out here. I can give you a job here, but we don't offer work from home opportunities just yet. You can take it or leave it." And with that, I decided to strike out and begin a new journey in my life. Nothing in my experience ever prepared me for the kind of adventure I would have in Buwelo. First, there was the long and arduous journey I made just finding the building in the first place. I can admit to the fact that this was likely because I didn't spend much time thinking about where I was going or doing at the time, but I left with no idea where Buwelo's headquarters was or how I could even make my way there. So picture me blundering about beneath the heat of the summer sun with no real idea where I was actually going. I asked around for directions, but what I did hear only further confused me. Then I found myself asking help from strangers, and it was only then that the directions that I had been previously given started making sense. So I found myself in Buwelo more than half an hour late for my interview and orientation. I was lucky that the guard at the time was feeling generous enough to let me in and send my application papers to the HR department. And there I started my career as a call center agent in Buwelo, and I met many amazing people from who, in their own way, restored my faith in humanity, even if some of the previous people I've met showed me the darker aspects of society. It was in a way an archetypal experience, much like Dante Alighieri's quest through hell in Inferno to his ascension to heaven in Paradiso. That said, my adventure did not end in making new friends and acquaintances. Customer service might also seem like a subpar job for some people, but let them think what they want to think. Even before I started work in Buwelo, I have always known that foreigners, while certainly foreign in a sense, are not so different from many Filipinos. Many of them struggle with their lives, especially after the plague hit in 2020, with many being evicted and the survivors scrambling for a new home. Then there are those who are the last living remnants of their families, seeking to start life anew after disease had taken away all those that they love. I have found that working through customer service won't solve all their problems for them, but it will at least provide them the means to better themselves and their lives. So while I might not be able to build a new home for our clients or feed their families for them, I can at least help them get started in finding a new home and paving the way for them in building a good career that will help them support their families. So people can say whatever they want to say about the BPO industry. I will always say that I have never found a better place to work in. And for those who may say that we contribute little to nothing to society, I will say that there is no greater joy or honor in helping a man feed his family or a woman seeking to put her life back together. All in all, while I can say that I suffered a lot in looking for a profession that would fit me, I can say that I have found a place I truly belong in Buwelo, and I am both proud and happy to be able to work with the people who surround me.